Hello guys, my name is Aluko Johnson, known as Aluko Lead in the public space, and we've all heard about the fuel subsidy removal that is going to happen come year in Nigeria. So I'm here to give you piece of advice that can help you prepare ahead to cushion the effect of this subsidy removal. So first of all, what is subsidy removal? Subsidy removal is government instrument towards expenditure policy. What do I mean by that? It's a grant the government gives to individual organizations or institutions in order to relieve a public burden. It's been tailored towards a public objective. So our government has justified the reason why they want to remove the subsidy removal politically, which is to give us 5,000 naira for those that fall under the less privileged or poor category. 30 to 40 million people in Nigeria will receive 5,000 naira for 6 or 9 or 12 months consistently. And so this falls in between over 2 trillion naira, which is not inclusive in the 2022, over 2 trillion naira, which is not inclusive in the 2022 budget for this nation. That's very interesting, but nevertheless, I'm not here to saddle you up with that knowledge of what is subsidy, what is not subsidy, but to help the average Nigerian to prepare to shun the effect of what is to come. So the first thing you want to do is to look at the areas of need for fuel. Fuel in Nigeria is like blood. It's the resources we use daily. Our cars use it, the motorbikes use it, the lorries use it. Invariably, all means of transportation use for, including our train. Most of our trains are using diesel. They are not even on coal. And so you have to understand that this is a necessity. What the government does is to look for areas of strength, the highest areas of strength for a nation that contributes to the GDP of a nation, a revenue stream that contributes highly to the GDP of a nation, and remove a subsidy to relieve a burden in the society and invariably cover the gap of that subsidy with government resources. That's literally what should be done, what is expected. But we're not going to look at whether that's what is done or whether that's not what is done. How are they going to implement that? They talked about e-naira, which I'm going to be talking about in some other videos on my channel, and which is a medium they want to use to distribute the 5,000 naira, which is still under discussion. So what are the things you can do to prepare yourself against this forthcoming subsidy removal? Price of fuel might sell for 320, 340, which is almost twice the current price that we have it now. We are just few days into 2022. So these are the few things I'm giving to you as a piece of advice to do. Okay, the first thing you want to do is to store up. If your business depends on a consistent power supply and you know you don't have that power supply by the government of Nigeria, by the PHC or IBEC or whatever distribution company that is distributing power to your region, and you are on the alternate use of gen plants and all that, then you want to stop. Though if you are going to do that, ensure that you do it in a safe way. This is highly flammable substance that it's not advisable to stop, but we find ourselves in a situation like this, you might want to consider that piece of advice to stop. So this price, when the price of fuel hike up, you still have enough fuel to work on. That's the first thing you want to do. The second thing you want to do is likewise stock up food ingredients. Advisably, grains, millets, dry food like smoked fish and the rest, especially ingredients that you use consistently day to day. You might want to get enough of that for this current price that is sell, so that you won't be at the mercies of buying the same thing for double of its price later in the future. The second thing you want to do is, this goes straight to those who are tenants. If you don't have a house of your own yet, you still pay rent, you might want to consider, if you have the capacity to do, you might want to consider paying your next year rent or your next tenor rent, as the case may be now, if you have the capacity to do. That means you are trying to play smart. The reason why you need to do this is because once the price of fuel goes up, invariably most things will go up. Food will go up, clothing will go up, transportation fees will go up, and landlords might want to balance up their margin profits and trying to spread it across their assets. And one of their assets is the house you are living in. So they might want to increase the tenancy fee. But if you have paid ahead, no landlord will ask you to increase. And if they do, you can sue them. So you might want to do that if you have the capacity to do that. The next thing, which is the third point I want to talk about, is we've seen in time past that when stuff like this happen, there's an increase in foreign exchange currency like dollars, euro, pounds. There's going to be an increase in foreign currency exchange rate. What we have now is around 500 for a dollar. It's going to increase if that happens. So what you want to do is to look for a way to save your money in any foreign currency that doesn't depreciate. Dollar is a sustainable one, pound is a sustainable one, euro is a sustainable one, and this is technically easy. All you have to do is to go into your bank, pick a form at the customer relation desk, requesting to open a DOM account, a domiciliary account. Domiciliary account comes with dollar, pounds, and euro. You can literally withdraw the money you have in naira and take it to a black market, any aboki around you to convert. They are going to give you a rate that is a little bit higher than what we have now, but believe me, it's still going to pay you off if the fuel subsidy is removed, because dollar is going to increase. That's the third thing you want to do. Let me add one more. Look for a way to cut down your transportation cost. Whether you have a car, you have a motorbike that uses fuel, you might want to consider getting literally a bicycle. Literally a bicycle. I don't mean motorbike, I mean a bicycle that you can ride. This you can use for short distance trip. You want to do a short errand down the street to get something, groceries and all that. Instead of taking your car, you can go on that. It's first of all, it's a means of exercise. Secondly, it's cutting down your transportation costs. So you want to do these 4 things. I'm going to give you a quick recap now. Store up. These are the things you want to store up. You want to store up food. You want to store up fuel for your company, for your work, if you use fuel more. The second thing you want to do is for your tenant is you want to pay ahead, or you want to pay for other expenses that they are recurring expenses that you need them. You might want to store them up now. Likewise, the third thing is that you want to consider saving your money in foreign currencies that are stable. The fourth thing is that you want to cut down cost of transportation. The reason why I'm talking about cost of transportation is that Nigeria don't have intra-city train station whereby there's a train moving from a location within a city to another. We don't have that. We don't have that. Some cities don't have BRT like Lagos does that transport people in mass and for a cheaper cost. So we don't do that. In fact, BRT price is still going to increase. It's still the same. So you can get yourself a bike, cut down cost. I'm recapping again. Pay your rent, pay extra recurring expenses, save in foreign currency. My name is Aluko Johnson, known as Aluko Lead in the public space, and God bless Nigeria. Have a productive life.